It is a very great pleasure to be here today with you. I thank to the organizers for this invitation. I also thank you for the opportunity to making new friends, because already in this room I consider that I made new friends. And of course to see other Romanian colleagues who are here and they are helping you in your job to make this project more known, if I can say like this. First of all, in Romania we have a saying: when somebody mistakes your name, you are going to be offered a lamb. Because my name is Spartaru-Negura, so you will have my full identification data on the last slide. But for Ede, just to tell him that if you promise me that you will invite me to again another time, I will forget about the lamb, so it's no worries. Okay, just to see if you woke up after the lunch, because it's a difficult task for the speakers to have their presentation made after lunch. So, like my colleague already mentioned, the title of my presentation, and I have to be a little bit sincere why I chose this theme. I'm an attorney at law in Romania, and I'm also a lecturer in the university. I teach international human rights law, so I'm not directly involved in the environmental law research area in my university. But still, I was part of the team who helped the national legislator to make a research regarding the DRS system in Romania, and afterwards I was part of the team who drafted the pieces of legislation regulating the DRS in Romania, the deposit return system. So this is why I offered my services, if I can say like this, and chose this kind of team, because usually it's not in my research area. Usually I talk about European Court of Human Rights. I was very happy that Gabriela already mentioned the newest decisions of the court regarding environmental protection. I think we should raise awareness regarding them. So this is the team, this is my university I already mentioned. And because I want you to enter to the real attitude in Romania, I know it is in Romanian, but I will try to explain. The idea was just to have the exact feeling of what we are living now in Romania. So I will invite you to enter into the dance of the recycling. So this is like the slogan that the national legislator tried to involve us. So everything started on 30 November 2023. We were a little bit quicker than you here in Hungary, because I understood the system started operated on the 1st of January 2024. So we don't have so much experience, but still I can tell you what are the challenges of this system in Romania. It was very difficult to try to bring a bottle from Romania just to show you the sign, because of course the security reasons in the airport, they tried to take my bottle and I was, okay, I'm going to empty, but I'm taking this bottle with me. So this is like the smallest bottle ever available in Romania, but you will see here the sign, and I will show you also in my presentation just to have an insight. So Returo is like the name chosen for the national administrator system, the company that tries to solve every problem regarding the DRS system. So here we have, okay, this is a bad part because I cannot see until there. Yes, of course. I tried to find out between the moment I wrote the study and the moment that I'm presenting you today, I tried to find out the latest news regarding the DRS system. So these are the information I took from Censoneo. I don't know if it works to show. So Censoneo.com, Waste Library Deposit Return Schemes Overview Europe. So these were updated in August 2024, so are the most recent that I found. And you will see here, you have the agenda, the addendum, DRS implemented with green, and you will see, for example, Romania. You will see also Hungary, you will see other countries, Germany, Slovak, exactly. Or you have countries with legislation adopted or ongoing discussion, so it depends on where we are. When you see the DRS, for example, in Romania or in Hungary, you will see also not applicable. Not applicable because the figures will be only after 1 year available to be put in the statistics. So it means it works, it is implemented, it's operational, but unfortunately we don't have official statistics registered with this database. But just to have a picture, of course, regarding the countries, I can also mention, so implemented Denmark, Estonia, Finland, Netherlands, Croatia, Iceland, Lithuania, Latvia, Slovakia, Germany, Norway, Sweden, Ireland, Hungary, Malta, and Romania. Legislation adopted, we have England, and we assume that in 2027 it will be also operational. Cyprus, we don't have a date. Greece, we don't have a date. Turkey, we don't have a date. Austria, 2025 is expected to be the date. Poland also in 2025, margin, I hope you'll be able to implement it. Portugal, 2026, and ongoing, in an ongoing process, we have Belgium, France, Luxembourg, Slovenia, Czech Republic, Spain, and Italy. I was very surprised because there are big countries that I would have assumed that they are in front of Romania at least. I don't mention the other countries, for example, Hungary, but I was expecting, for example, France to have started using this system. Okay, so those were the statistics just to have a clue about this system. Why this is such a big deal? I think our previous speakers already mentioned this, but I will only tackle a little bit. Dr. Rice already mentioned it. It was like an introduction for my presentation, so I will not insist. Thank you very much. It is a huge step, for example, for Romania, because Romania has so many problems on the environmental level. We have problems with the waste management, we have problems with illegal landfills, we have minimal recycling targets attained. So everything was very, very cruel when we were discussing at Brussels, for example, regarding the targets Romania attained. And this is why Minister Feket, it is the Minister of Environment in Romania with whom I work very close regarding this project, he said, we all want DRS to transform our country from a land of landfill to a land of recycling. Really, this is the perspective that the national authorities want to do regarding the DRS. What is DRS? Exactly what you were already told. It is an important component of the of the circular economy. And what does it mean? For the ones that do not know exactly what does it suppose a DRS system. So when you go to a shop, for example, when you go to a trader and you want to buy this bottle, for example, you have to pay the price for that product and the guarantee. For example, in Romania, it is 50 like euro cents, not euro cents, it's 10 euro cents, but the small piece from the Romanian leu. So you bought it, and if you want to throw it up, you will think again, because you are consuming a lot of bottles, so that means a lot of money are wasted. So that means after emptying, you have to take it to a vendor machine, a reverse vending machine, REVME, if you know REVME, or to another trader, and you give the bottle. You have to have the barcode exactly and to be emptied and to be clean, and that trader will give you back the guarantee. So it works like this. You can have the guarantee in cash, you can have it like a voucher to use it in the big shops, or by bank transfer, but I never heard of using the bank transfer, actually, never again. But it is a good source. For example, I'm trying to discipline my kids that all the money from this kind of bottles, they will have it in at their disposal just to do whatever they want with that money. It's not difficult. They know how to do it, but still, just to have like, okay. I told you already about the bottle of water, but of course it's not just bottles of water. We have all kinds of juices, beers, beer mixes, alcohol beverages, spirits. What else? We have cider, for example. So if you come to Romania and you will decide, not in the restaurants, not in the Horeca industry, but if you decide to buy from a store, for example, water, beer, whatever I said before, you will have to pay this guarantee. There is also a restriction regarding the quantity. It is from 1.1 liters to 3 liters. So for example, if you have in your country like 5 liters packaging, it is excluded, at least for now. And we are also talking about non-refillable glass, plastic, or metal. So we also have the cans. I put you some pictures there just to imagine a little bit what I said before. Okay, and I'm also introducing again to the exactly feeling. So we have on here on the left part, we have the sign. It means packaging with guarantee, the one that you will see on my bottle. And it depends on the color of the packaging. So if it is something lighter, you cannot use this. You have to use this one in order that the consumer or the end user recognize it very easily. So if you find this, okay, no problem. You can take it, of course, to recover the money. So the first step is I'm buying it with the guarantee. Afterwards, after I empty it, I return the packaging. And the third step, I recover the guarantee. So this is like the official document, if I can say like this, provided by the Romanian authority. And as you can see, 30 November. So it was a big deal. It is also interesting. I have to tell you something else. When we first started working on this project, I think it was in 2021. So the Romanian legislator tried to implement it from 2021. But although the ministry was very committed and the minister Fechet was very committed to this project, not all the stakeholders were prepared to implement it. So this is why, through the same government decision, they decided to postpone it. So the postponement date was 30 November 2023, just to have a little bit in mind. It was awful, but not everything could have been functional and operational in 2021. We are aware of this. So we have the main, because I'm an attorney at law, of course, that I will mention, the government decision number 1074 per 2021. This is the piece of regulation enabling the government to ask for the guarantee. The biggest challenge that we had after this government decision that we have worked together in order to draft it was how to draft the procedure in order to choose the administrator of the system. Because I think the key of the DRS system, it is the administrator of the system. So after we made the procedure, after the procedure was made, the beverages association, because we had like different criteria to attain, for example, to be constituted by beverages associations that cover at least 30% of the market with DRS products, just to have in mind, to have a share capital of 1 million euros, for example, and the Ministry of Environment to be one of the shareholders. So the government through the Ministry of Environment to be one of the shareholders. But there were also other criteria, of course. So the associations got together. We had important association, beverages association, that entered into Returo Sistem Garanție Returnare. This is the company, this is the official name, Returo DRS stock company, if I can say like this. So this is the company that won. The Ministry of Environment entered into the association, into this company, and all the revenues of the DRS administrator, including all the unclaimed guarantees, because still we have unclaimed guarantees, are used exclusively in order to organize this system, for the efficiency of this system. And the Romanian beverage producers, through this system, they are also obliged to achieve the following minimum annual DRS packaging return targets for recyclable glass, plastic, and aluminum packaging with DRS set in Romania, and you see there the objectives. So per each year, there will be, of course, an increase, normally, and you have the objectives for glass, plastic, and metal, just to have an idea about that. And here I put some information about Returo. I don't know if those presentations will be sent to the ones interested, but just to have an idea about this company because it is unique. Until now, I don't think we had something similar. It is very interesting how we managed through negotiation with the national legislator to establish the criteria for this company. And here we have a little bit about the shareholding, the mission and vision, but I think they are very clear. I will not insist on these issues. And I arrive, of course, at the challenges. What were the challenges when I wrote the article, when I wrote the study? What are the challenges now? I told you that from 2001 to 2024, 2023 November more precisely, the stakeholders were not prepared to start dancing the recyclation hora, if I can say the recyclation dance. So not everybody was happy. Why? And I shall take each category in part. The producers. The producers were not ready because they already had stocks of products and they didn't want to change anything. It's not very easy to register into DRS catalog to receive new code bars, especially if you are producing abroad. So if you're a Romanian producer, okay, I don't think it's such a big deal. You only organize yourselves. But what if you're an international producer and you want to put on the market those products? It becomes more and more difficult. Of course, solution had been found. For example, you have the same bottle that I can find in Italy or in Hungary, and they only put a tag on the product in paper. So not something very classy, but still it works. When you go and scan your barcode, it works, no problem. So not enough packaging. We also had, like Dr. Reitz also mentioned, we also had a deadline. 30 June 2024 was the last deadline for the products which did not bear the DRS symbol on the label to be sold on the Romanian market. Afterwards, we had the problem with the traders. The traders had a problem because they did not have the RVM machines, the reverse vending machines. So this system means that after you have emptied the packaging, you have to take it to a store. Where? I can take it to a store where a physical person takes my bottle and gives me the money, or I can go to a reverse vending machine. I put the product, it scans the barcode, and it calculates how much money that machine should give me. So it's automatic. It's very good because you have a lot of bottles. So it's very, very good to have reverse vending machines. I don't know if, for example, on the Romanian market you have Tomra. On the Hungarian market you have Tomra. Tomra, I think, is one of the best producers of this kind of reverse vending machines, RVMEs. So the problem was the lack of this kind of machines. Also, the traders were unhappy because we didn't have, at that moment, on 30 November 2023, we didn't have the best practices guide that Returo obliged to provide at the beginning of the functioning of the system. The bags or seals that you needed in the store in order to take all the packaging, they were not already given. Not all the traders were registered into and did not sign the contracts with Returo. So everything was crazy at the beginning. Crazy, crazy, because you didn't know what to do, what else to do. Even now there are problems, and I found even in the written media, there are traders who refuse to use Returo, and they refuse to participate in this national effort, and they describe their involvement in the DRS as a nuisance. Okay, we have to go further, and we have to align each trader to these legal requirements, because it's not something optional. You have to do it, and you have to comply with the law. That is for sure. But still, there is a reticency regarding this. What about Returo, the national authorized administrator? Of course, that Returo was not ready at that moment. The CEO of Returo, who is not a national physical person, it's a foreigner, tried to obtain an extension to the applicability of the law, so not to start the system to function from 30 November 2023, stating that we shouldn't try to use the system without having any tests made before, previously made. And she was right, because certain problems appear. The best practices guide was not ready, as I mentioned before. The seals and the bags were not ready, so everything was also a problem for Returo. And this is why even Returo had a fine given by the Ministry of Environmental, even if the ministry is one of the shareholders, just to have like the big clue. What about the consumers and the end users? Even the consumers had a problem. I remember 1 year before this system becomes operational, I had friends who were telling me that they already kept bottles in order to recover money from those bottles when the system will be functional. And I was like, come on, where are you putting all those products? And they were mentioning, on the balcony, they can wait, we will make good money afterwards. No, it doesn't work like that, because you needed the core the barcode. If you don't have the barcode, you will not obtain anything. And there was another problem. For example, I remember I was in the park with my kids in another city in Romania, and my son, 9 years old at that moment, he went to buy a bottle of water. And he came to me because he knew that his mother worked on the piece of legislation. He was like, Mom, look what happened. And he told me, you know what? That guy retained my guarantee, but I don't see the sign that you mentioned before. And I was like, come on, it doesn't have the sign. Give me the ticket, I'll go. And I argued with that person, stating that they don't have to retain my guarantee because it is not a bottle into the system. It was not having the barcode. You cannot imagine, 10 minutes of my life were there, but still, on principle, I could not accept to be taken my money without any legal reason. I don't know what you're commenting, but still, I will be happy to hear.
And you have also 10 cents.
Yes, yes, okay, just to have a clue about that. What else? Okay, so those were the main problems. I think during the last months before I wrote this article, between the moment I wrote this article and now, things were improved still. There are so many things to do. Here I put like 2 quotes from the CEO of Returo, Mrs. Gemma Webb. This is the reason why I chose to name my article, because this lady stated like this. And I quote, "The system we are starting is now not perfect, but it is perfectible. It is a living mechanism, and working together we will make it work. The reason we asked for a delay of a few months was because we wanted to test the system. As with any IT system, there are bugs that could have occurred during the testing period. Now with the DRS in place, errors will occur as the program runs. We will fine-tune things as they occur. Otherwise, all the bases are in place." And she was telling the truth. Those bugs existed, we had problems, even now we have problems, and I was discussing with a potential client in Romania who was telling me what are the challenges with the transportation, but this will be, I think, the result of another article, another study that I will try to do it. And what about the Minister for the Environment, Mr. Mircea Feket? He said, "We wanted to get away from this shameful figure. Romania had 13% separate collection, and I want to tell you the figure for August. 78% of the containers put on the market in August were returned under the guarantee return system." 78%. It's enormous, enormous. So for Romania, it is wow. And even from what I've noticed unofficially, I remember when I started working in the green field, if I can say like this, there were many people, very, very poor, who were getting all these bottles and they were taking those to recycling in order to obtain money. And when the legislator changed a little bit the EPR scheme, things got worse because those people could not take legally those bottles, those packaging to the collection centers. So the collection rate decreased a lot. Now I think with the DRS system in Romania, we don't have so many pickpockets because they win a lot of money. Mm-hmm. So I even know persons winning like 600 euros per day, even more than I'm doing legally. Yes, because they are going. I was even watching in the airport when I was waiting for my plane to come. I was watching how many persons throw away the bottles. I'm the luckiest person because I didn't have to throw away, but still, many persons throw away. Imagine in an airport, imagine in a school, in a university. I look at my students. My students don't take the bottles, they leave it there. And of course, the ladies who clean the offices and the rooms and everything, they make good money. Let's be sincere about that. And because I'm a teacher and because we had lunch, now it's a question for you. So how many packaging do you estimate we have collected through the DRS in the first 8 months? Give me a figure.
How many tons?
Not tons. Not tons. Pieces.
Around 1 billion.
Billion or million? Billion.
What do you think? Margin.
Less.
Save the class.
1 million.
1 million. Somebody else.
100.
Dr. Raitz.
I'm counting. I'm counting because in Hungary we have over 3 billion bottles per year. You're bigger than we are.
Don't think like this.
Times. So approximately for you, the bottles in it are 9 billion.
Oh
We
my
had-
God. You raised the standards. This is in theory.
So for you, it shall be, yeah, I would say, one, yeah.
But this is but in 8 months.
8 months.
You said you had this transitional period also until the June.
Yes, we had it.
Meaning that you practically had nothing.
Yes, at the beginning in December, for example, I was going to the traders and I was trying to find on each bottle, I was trying to see the sign because I worked on this project.
Yeah.
Damn it. I wanted to see it. You could not find it. In the first months, you could not find it.
I say 1.2 billion.
1.3 billion packaging collected. Bravo! You're so good. Bravo.
I didn't talk to your chair, I promise.
Yes. Yes.
I let you know.
So this is just to have like the exact scale of the DRS system. I'm very proud of it. I know that we still have to work on it. We still have to learn from the other jurisdictions that already implemented the DRS. Look at Germany, for example, 20 years. They have already 20 years experience. And wow. And I congratulate the Romanian legislator, not myself, Margin, please. The Romanian legislator to be able to put this on practice and to be operational in Romania, starting with 30 November 2023. And as I mentioned before, here you have my information data and my correct name. But it doesn't matter. If we become friends on Facebook or LinkedIn, you only call me Laura, but just to have the idea of my full name. Okay? Thank you very much. It was a pleasure.